What's going on, guys? So yes, as the title says, I got a new PC case. Now, I don't know if you saw the video a little while ago I did about the Corsair Crystal series, the big case, currently under the desk. It's not a bad case, don't get me wrong. I love everything about it. The matter of fact that how much space I have, the cable management, all of that is incredible. But obviously I was browsing on Amazon the other day and I seen that the Corsair have got the 5000D airflow, and I don't know, it just seemed like a great idea to get one. So that's what we're building today. So we're transferring everything from the old PC into the new PC. This is the editing PC, so anything that's in it's not exactly the greatest, obviously, apart from the gaming PC, which is hidden underneath a desk. So we're gonna build it. So obviously it's just gonna be one big time lapse. I've already got pretty much everything already set up. The motherboard has already got the RAM and the CPU installed. I just need to try and get everything in. And don't worry about the tin of paint. That is because there's another camera up here. I snapped the tripod arm, so I now have to use the tin of paint to weigh it down. I've got a new one on order though, so it's fine. Might do a review about it. So why don't we have a look at the case first, and we'll actually get into building it. So when it comes to building your PC, if you're getting slightly sick of this activate Windows setting, keep watching this video and I'm going to show you exactly the best way and cheapest way to get rid of it. So let's go. So what we're looking at now is Windows 10 Pro OEM key, and it's currently the CD key global and the Merry Christmas super sale at only £16.68 with some cheeky discount deals. Plus the great thing about this, it does allow you for a free upgrade up to Windows 11 as well. So of course this is a new case, 5000D, this is the Airflow mid-tower range. I'm not sure if there's a bigger version because it says mid-tower. I'm not sure if there's a full tower, which would be quite interesting because it's already massive. But first of all, what do you get? Compared to the Crystal series, because it was like a hinge, it was like a door. Am I done that right? Oh, okay, so it's pressure fit. Okay, I've never experienced that before. One more. Damn, that's a smooth shit. Right, I'm not going to scrumple that up, just because it's annoying as hell. So that is quite cool, actually. So we've got these little poppers down here. I'll try and zoom in on it. So we've got these little poppers down here that actually secure it into place, which is quite nice. Right, so let's have a look inside. So what can we see already? So we can see the front. So we've got a space at the front here for 3 fans, 120mm fans, or up to, I think it's a 360 mil radiator, which is quite handy. But the one thing I do like about the newer series of the cases with Corsair, if I can get it off, because they did it with the Crystal series, is that the actual fan chamber comes out. So like there's a mounting plate for it, which I do actually really enjoy and like. I'm not going to get it off, I need a screwdriver. So just to start off, we do have obviously the on-off button on the top. We do have 2 USB ports, USB Type-C, headphone and microphone jack in and out, as well as the normal restart button. So it is quite handy. And the one thing I like about the top chamber is, if I try and point this downwards, it might be a bit easier for you to see. So this would be the top, where you can fit, I think, 3 120mm and 2 240s. Not sure, I'll have to look at the specs. But it does actually just pop off. So instead of having thumb screws or anything like that for cleaning, it's going to make your life a lot easier. You can just pop this out, and then of course you have the traditional mesh there as well, which just pops out on magnets, which is also quite cool, allowing cleaning to be a lot easier and simple. And then when you're done, this just pops on, because we have little thumbnail. Ooh, we have the little thumb pressure plate pads that just go back on there, which is quite cool. So get that back in there. On the bottom here, pretty standard from the bottom side. Obviously you've got your feet and everything, but we do actually have a mesh filter, which is going to be for your power supply. So your power supply is going to suck in all the air, and obviously the filter is going to catch most of the crap. Depending obviously if you have a dusty room or not, obviously it goes off that. Pops off like that. Same again with this one. So on the back here you can see we've got the mesh going on here. You can put 320mm fans there, as well as the mesh on the back. Again, protecting from any dust or anything like that happening. And then this is the back of the case. Now this is one of the main reasons why I actually chose this one, just for the matter of fact that it's very clean when you get inside. So you've got your mounting hardware there for the 3 fans, and then we also have a clear case for all the cable management, which looks absolutely incredible. So if I pop that there, So I've used a screwdriver. So as we can see, 3 120mm fans. Here you have a chamber for all your cables with 3 different types of securing tape, so you know you're not going to have to worry about that. And then we also have this module here for your fans and controller. And then we also have another track going all the way down here, which is going to allow you to have your cables organized very well. We have 3 ports there for SSDs, as well as a carriage underneath for your 3.5-inch drives, which are pretty cool. So overall, there is quite a few things going on that Corsair have put into this case, which I really do enjoy. The airflow side of things, there's a lot of space for fans, which are pretty cool. Like I said, you've got 3 at the top, 3 at the rear, 3 at the front, then you've also got 1 at the back being your exhaust, or however you want to configure it. We do have 7 slots for obviously PCI devices, graphics card, Ethernet cards, all that good stuff. But there is also 2 vertical ones, which are just there, which does allow you to mount your GPU vertical. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it this time. I'm not 100% sure. We're going to test it out to see what it looks like, because for this PC it is still only a 2060 Super X gaming. That's all we have for this one at the moment. We do have a new one turning up. We've got a 3070 Ti turning up, I think, in the next 2 weeks. So that's what's going to be going into this PC. But for the likes of the fans, so on the front we're going to have a 360mm AIO from Corsair. I think it's a 115. They're going to have 3 Corsair fans. Pretty much everything else is going to have the 120mm Easy Fit Sora gaming fans. I don't mind that they're not all the same. Doesn't really bother me. I know some people will be bothered by it, but for me, I don't mind. As long as I can control them and as long as they work, I've never had an issue with them for the likes of cooling and all that. So that's what we're going to be doing. So first of all, what we need to do is get the motherboard in, get that all attached up, make sure that's all seated. Then we can start worrying about the AIO, fans, cooling, and everything else that goes with it. So of course, we're going to go to the ceiling, get the motherboard installed, and of course, we'll go from there. So on the buy now page, all we need to do is simply go down the promotion code, type in a cheeky discount code of SKJT, and click on apply. And what that's going to do is reduce your price further down, £12.51, giving you an amazing deal of when it comes to Windows 10 Pro OEM key. Simply just submit your order. All you've got to do is go through the process of trying to find your payment type, which is I choose PayPal, and go from there. And just remember, when you do buy your key, you will be processed to this page, which does give you your activation code, which we're going to go through right now. So activating Windows is as simple as going over to your settings, typing in activation, clicking on settings, heading over to change product key. So from here, all you need to do is copy and paste your code in here, click on next, and you have just upgraded to Windows 10 Pro OEM key for the cheapest price possible. So here we have it. We've got all the base here. What we need to do is just check to make sure that we actually have our pegs actually installed. Can't remember the exact name of these. If you do remember, pop them down in the comments below, because I keep forgetting. Yeah, so this is a Ryzen 7 5800X, and then we also have 4 sticks of Corsair Vengeance. These are 16 gig sticks at 36 megahertz. Pretty good. So all I'm going to do now is just line it up, just to make sure that the pegs do actually line up quite well. Yep, they're fine. That one's fine. That one's fine. One in the middle. So what I need to do, I'll tell you what, I might actually take this fan out because it is in the way a little bit, not much. I'm going to take the fan out. So what we are going to do, just to make life a little bit easier, we are using one of these little electrical screwdriver. This is from a company called eDurable. I'll pop a link in the video description. We have already done a video review regarding it, but I will pop it down there anyways, just so you can see. So let's get all this sorted. So we've got the motherboard all nicely seated in there, all good. Don't worry about that fan, it's going to move in a minute. So what I'm going to do is get the AIO attached to this plate here, and then obviously get that hooked up to the motherboard, just so we've got the main stuff out of the way, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I managed to get the AIO in. Had a few little issues because the mounting hardware from the old case, I thought it was the same as the new one, but it wasn't. It was kind of like flipped. So I had a little bit of a trick, had to mess around with some of the cables just to get them around. So now I just need to route all the cables through, get them organised, but I'm not going to go through that. I'll do a little time lapse of me trying to do it as neat as possible. And of course, we'll go from there. So all I can say is that this video did not go to plan because the camera decided to die on me. I didn't have the power supply cable going into the camera, and unfortunately it died, but I have actually finished the build. So let's talk about it. So first of all, I'll get the side glass off and we'll talk a little bit about it. Pretty much all the parts in here are the exact same, apart from the network adapter and the USB hub that I've actually installed, which are pretty much the exact same. But just to talk a little bit about it, so we do have the Corsair, I think it's the 115 AIO, which is linked up at the top. I had a bit of an issue because I tried going from the bottom upwards, because that's what the old case had, but it was just stretching straight across, so I have moved it to the top and down. That's currently 3 of the Corsair RGB fans. Don't know which ones they are. 120mm ones. So again, we still do have the same GeForce RTX 2060 Super X. Still an amazing graphics card. I don't really see the point in buying like the 40 series and all that. I'm not going to get the benefit out of it just for what I do. So 2060, still a great graphics card. But we are upgrading it in the next 2-3 weeks. I think to like 30 series. I think it's a 3070 Ti. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, we're still running that. CPU is still a Ryzen 7 5800X, which is still working amazingly. 4 sticks, DDR4 Corsair Vengeance, 16 gig sticks? 8 gig sticks, 3600 megahertz. On the bottom here, so we have a bottom card, the little red one. This is the new network adapter. This is just an Ethernet adapter, the Wi-Fi 6. I think it's up to, I don't want to say it, but it might be 1 gig speed, it might be 10 gig speed, dependent. I'm not sure. And then just above we do have a new network card, a USB card. Here we do have the new network card, simple, just Ethernet on one side. That is literally as simple as it goes. Above here we do have a new USB card, 5 USB 3.0s as well as 2 USB Type-Cs, which is very handy. Blank, and then we also have the GPU. I was going to mount the GPU on the other side, but I don't have a PCIe extender anymore because it kind of broke. So we're going to have to leave that there for now. Later on down the line, we probably will do it the other way. But yeah, pretty cool. I'm not going to show you the back, just for the matter of fact that the cable management is horrendous. But it's all hidden away nicely. But what I am going to do is we're going to put up some clips now, roughly what this looks like. And we'll go from there. Definitely enjoyed this build. Obviously, you guys didn't see most of it because camera died. But definitely a really nice experience. And the case itself looks incredible. So let's go to some clips. One of the other great things is Windows 11 Pro OEM keys. So if you don't want to go for Windows 10 and you want to go for the Windows 11 straight away, all you need to do is simply come here, Merry Christmas Super Sale, click on Buy Now. Just remember the promotion code, cheeky little code of SKJT, click on Apply, and you've just dropped your price down to £17.54, and it's super simple as that. Submit order, click your payment type, and you are good to go. Now, SCD Key aren't just a platform that do sell genuine Windows 10 and Windows 11 Pro OEM keys. They do also do everything from your Office 2016, 2019, and 2021 keys as well as. But they also do different keys for your perfect gaming, for Stream, Origin, Uplay, PlayStation, PC, and also gift cards. So one the other thing that they do is some best sellers down here as well, which does give you all the peripherals that you're going to need for that PC you have just built. And all you need to do is go through SCD Key, and all the links are in the description below. So go check them out. So we finally got it sorted. It's all up and running. I've got it all set. Ironically, it did actually run first try. I tried to get a recording of it, but unfortunately I didn't click the button in time, so I couldn't do it. But it's running fine. I've got little Pando in here with me just in case.
but it all seems good to go. There is a few upgrades we're going to be making, like the CPU is going to be upgraded to one of the newer gen ones, as well as a new graphics card. A little bit overkill, but in the end of the day, when you have the parts, I guess you can do what you want with them, really. But as always, guys, thanks very much for watching. If I did anything wrong throughout the video, please put it down in the comment section below. I'm not a professional PC builder. Obviously, what I did clearly worked. But and then in the end of the day, you guys watching, you might have a lot more experience or a few more tips. Please drop them down in the comment section below. I'm more than happy to help. And as always, thank you again for the sponsor for today's video, which was VIP SCD Key.